Okay, so today we are going to do Joy Division and 24 Hours. This was requested after another Joy Division song I did, and yeah, I never heard this one. Again, I'm not too familiar with Joy Division's second album as I am with Unknown Pleasure, so yeah, here we are. I always like to listen to a new Joy Division song, to me anyway, so let's get into it and talk about it after. I mean, already.
Watched it slip away. Excessive flashpoints beyond all reach. Solitary demands for all I'd like to keep. Let's take a ride out, see what we can find. Valueless collection of hopes and past desires. I'd have to go all the darkest corners of a sense I didn't know. Just for one moment I heard somebody call. Look beyond the day in hand, there's nothing there at all. That I've realized how it's all gone wrong. Gotta find some therapy. This treatment takes too long. Deep in the heart of where sympathy held sway. Gotta find my destiny before it gets too late.
Alright, so Joy Division and 24 Hours. So, you know, off the start, I have to say, with Peter Hook on bass, I mean, it just, like, again, when the song started, I said, I mean, already, it's just, you know, when Peter Hook's playing, you know it's Peter Hook. It's just, I would say he's, my dog was just panting. Anyway, I would say he's one of my favorite bass players of all time, and he must be, you know, one of the greatest. He has to be considered, I would think, one of the greatest of all time. It's just his sound is so, it's just such a signature sound. And especially here, Ian Curtis, with his voice, just a, I guess you would say as well with the bass, just a droning voice, and it was just, you know, it's like, with, especially with some of the lyrics here, you know, I mean, I guess there's no really, you know, happy Joy Division song, I guess, but it's just like, again, with this being the last album they did, you know, the lyricism here is kind of poignant, kind of, it's just kind of makes it even, I guess, sadder, which is something I always talk about with Joy Division, I guess, just because it's Ian Curtis. I mean, I mean, everyone knows what happened. But anyway, I also want to say Stephen Morris on drums. Again, I've said before, I love Stephen Morris on drums. Just, you know, even when, I guess, you know, it's kind of a contrast from, you know, what Peter is doing in, you know, Ian's voice. And then, yeah, Stephen on drums, he can, it sounds, I guess he sounds kind of happier than I guess the bass and the voice sound. And Bernard Sumner as well. I mean, it's just like this band is just like, and actually, I was looking through the comments on the video while I was listening, and it was just saying like they were musicians. You know, they weren't even musicians for like a decade, or even, I don't even think they were for like half a decade yet. And it's just like they were just so good at this time. It was just, and they're still so good. I guess. I mean, yeah, it's just I can't believe it. But anyway, yeah, good Lord, what a song! And I see a lot of people saying this is a very underrated one, and a lot of other people saying that's their favorite Joy Division song. So I mean, obviously it's highly touted. But anyway, I guess I'll talk about the song here. You know, on Genius.com, there are some annotations about the song. So with the first verse here, so this is Permanence, Love's Shattered Pride. So the annotation here says, everyone is born into permanence as if you are a captive. With no chance of escape, he made his marriage vows. So again, I know Ian and his wife got married. I mean, Ian died when he was 23. So they obviously got married pretty early in their lives. And right there, and the marriage was failing. So again, you know, it's that whole thing about, yeah, this is permanent, love, shattered pride. What once was innocence turned on its side. So it says here with an annotation, it was innocent till he ventured after pride, jealousy, ambition, such traits common among those who manage to get ahead in the world, but do characteristics like that make it easier to keep marriage vows. And I do believe, I don't know if, I think I've heard that Ian, I guess he had an affair as well. I can't remember if that was true, but I think it was. I think somebody said that before, or it was an article or whatever. But either way, I mean, Ian had a lot of problems, and again, it comes out in the music, obviously. I mean, this whole album, songs I've heard, they seem darker than anything that was on Unknown Pleasures, and it's kind of like a long kind of suicide note, honestly, is what it sounds like, just with every track. And I mean, there's one more annotation, but anyway, I just want to see some of the more lyrics here. So with the second verse, oh, how I realized how I wanted time put into perspective, tried so hard to find. So again, I want more time, just for one moment. I thought I'd found my way. Destiny unfolded. I watched it slip away. So again, he thought he found his destiny, but he didn't. It slipped away. Again, it's just, you know, another depressing thing. Excessive flashpoints beyond all reach. Solitary demands for all I'd like to keep. Let's take a ride out, see what we can find. A valueless collection at hopes and past desires. So again, everything is just so sad. Everything is just, I mean, I'm laughing, but it's just like, there's nothing, I mean, it's just like, let's look at past desires, a collection of valueless hopes. It's like, good Lord. You know, it's just, yeah, it's just sad. Fourth verse, I've never realized the lengths I'd have to go. All the darkest corners of a sense I didn't know. Just for one moment, I heard somebody call. Looked beyond the day in hand. There's nothing there at all. Nothingness. We're looking into the void here. And then we have the last verse here. Now that I've realized how it's all gone wrong. Again, this could, I guess, is alluded to his marriage earlier. Maybe he's talking about that again. Got to find some therapy. I mean, yeah, I don't know if he ever had a therapist, but it probably would have done him good. This treatment takes too long. I know that feeling. Deep in the heart of where sympathy held sway, gotta find my destiny before it gets too late. So those last two lyrics, good lord. And I guess it did get too late for him. Anyway, it says here on the last annotation, surprisingly, the last two verses are probably the only partially optimistic lines. And again, like I said, I mean, it's a sad song, but I mean, in a Joy Division song, I mean, these lines, yeah, they could be considered optimistic, I guess. Anyway, Ian sees that his life is spiraling out of control, and he urges himself to act upon it before it gets too late. So yeah, I guess when you look at it that way, yeah, it's just like, I have to do something. I have to call, look beyond the day, and try to figure out what I can do to, yeah, make this better. And obviously, that did not happen. But yeah, I really want to thank the person who suggested this song, because again, I mean, Peter Hook, I can listen to Peter Hook, I mean, all day long. I'm not lying. I mean, my God. And Stephen Morris, again, he like I said, he has a little bit of a, he's a little bit of happiness that I find in a sad Joy Division song. And yeah, and then just, of course, Bernard Sumner on guitar. It's just, like, again, and then obviously these guys went on to do so much more great things, except for Ian, obviously. But yeah, I mean, they were such good musicians, and Ian's voice, especially here. That's what I was thinking as also when I was listening. I was just like, I wish I had Ian's voice. I mean, good lord, just that baritone, just that, such a captivating deep voice. It's just like, good lord. But anyway, and also I was just thinking, I'm 23, he was 23. Good lord. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Really appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.